Good morning, everyone. Well, here we go, another lockdown. I know that's going to be difficult for some of us. Same for us. As you can see, the hair's getting longer. Don't know when that's going to get cut. The face is getting fatter. I don't know if you've been like me, but over Christmas, there's all that temptation to eat more. I must have put on well over a stone, and so, I'm in the groove to try and lose some of it at the moment. The other thing about Christmas and New Year and lockdown is that I guess many of us spend maybe a little bit more time than we would normally watching TV. I know that on social media people have been sharing box sets that they've been watching and sharing stuff that was good and stuff that was bad. And I also noticed that there was that favourite old film, The Sound of Music, on again. In fact, it was on quite a few times over the Christmas and New Year holidays. The scenery there is absolutely amazing, and it reminded me that before I had this trouble with my hip, I did actually used to enjoy going on long walks, and did a bit of walking in Austria, which was pretty spectacular. The scenery in Austria was unbelievable, and some years ago some of us walked the West Highland Way in Scotland, and there's a particular climb in the West Highland Way called the Devil's Staircase, and it's called that for a reason. It's actually quite a bit of a climb up. And one of the things I learned in doing all of that was it's really, really important when you're on a steep climb to stop every so often and to stop, not just to rest, but to take in a different perspective. As you climb higher, the perspective changes, and so it's important every so often to stop and look around and take in the scenery. And I know especially in Austria, some of the scenery has been absolutely breathtaking. It's important to take in that perspective each time, that view, because the higher you go, the more you see things. And you see things that you maybe can't see from that perspective of being lower down. And I sometimes think that our lives can be a bit like that. If you're anything like me, it's dead easy to get engrossed in the day-to-day stuff, the issues we have to sort, the pressures we have to deal with, and we're trying to climb and trying to climb. And it's easy to get sidetracked into all of that. Get sidetracked into becoming preoccupied with the pain of that sometimes, the weariness of that. And so it's important sometimes just to stop, to rest, and to take in the perspective, to look at where we are in life, to get before God and grasp something of His perspective on things, how He sees things, and to be able to spend time in His presence. And that would be my encouragement to us this morning as we face another lockdown. Not to become preoccupied with everything, but to stop for a moment, to take a rest, and to use the time to get a different perspective on things. That perspective that says, I am with you. That perspective that says, you don't need to fear. That perspective that says, my peace I give to you. And so maybe in the next week, that's my encouragement, just to take that moment, just to reflect and to take in the perspective of God as you and I continue to climb and battle our way up the various mountains that we have to face. I am really, really sorry about the fact that we've had to go back to broadcasting services and that we won't be having congregation in. I know that's been really, really difficult for some, but given Tier 4, given all the restrictions at the moment, we really, really feel it's important to keep everybody safe in our fellowship. One of the things that's becoming clear in this whole episode with COVID is that some people kind of sail through it, so they might test positive, but they don't have symptoms, and after 10 days, 14 days, it's back to life as normal. But there is no doubt that for other people, that struggle continues. I know that in speaking to the Elegies and Andy and Kate Ruddock and their particular families, it was difficult for them while they had COVID, but it hasn't actually stopped after the 10 days. That in actual fact things are still quite tough and quite difficult. And even although you're out that 10-14 day period, some of the symptoms can linger for some time. So that's why we feel it's really, really important to keep people safe. And I hope that you'll join with us in the broadcasts that will be taking place. Other than that, we'll try and keep in touch with news from the study. In the meantime, as Mark says, we love you. Stay safe and keep climbing, but from time to time stop and have a different perspective. God bless you all. Bye.